All right, so are you ready to unlock, like, all the secrets of self-made millionaires?
I think so. Let's do it.
Okay, cool. We're going to be diving deep into this really insightful YouTube video I found by Brian Tracy.
Oh, yeah, I know Brian Tracy.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's, like, such an expert on success and achievement.
And what's really cool
Yeah.
is that we're living in a time when, more people are becoming millionaires than ever before.
It's crazy,
It
right?
really is.
It's like a booming trend.
Yeah, and this deep dive will be your, I don't know, secret weapon or something.
Yeah, your fast track to
Yeah?
understanding how it all works.
Exactly.
Go for
And
it.
one of the most, fundamental principles that Brian Tracy talks about is the law of cause and effect.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like success isn't random,
Right.
It's the result of specific actions and mindsets.
So if you follow in the footsteps of successful people,
Yeah.
you're, like, more likely to get similar
That's
results.
increases your chances.
Yeah, but it's not about, like, just mimicking, right?
No, it's not about just blindly copying everything they do.
Right.
It's about understanding the principles that drive their success.
Okay, so
And then applying those
Right.
to your own unique situation.
for example, Brian Tracy himself is a great example of that, right?
He is.
He didn't even finish high school.
Wow, that's crazy.
But look at him now. He's like
Super successful.
this incredible success coach and author and speaker. Like, it just goes to show that your past does not dictate your future,
Yeah.
And I think about that a lot, actually, because when I first started out, I was
Mm.
so terrified of public speaking.
Really?
Oh my gosh, it was like debilitating.
I would never have guessed.
But I knew that it was like a hurdle I had to overcome
Right.
if I wanted to do this work.
Makes sense.
So I just kept doing it and doing it.
Wow.
And you know what?
What?
The fear eventually faded away.
That's so inspiring.
It really is like you can overcome anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bust through those limiting beliefs
Yeah, totally.
and unleash your true potential.
Yeah, love that. And actually, that reminds me of what Brian Tracy talks about.
that?
About daring to dream big.
Yes.
And get this, actually writing those dreams down.
I love that part.
He suggests making this, like, dream list
Mm-hmm.
where there's no limitations. You just, like...
Let your imagination run wild.
Yeah. It's so cool. It's like giving yourself permission to imagine the most amazing future.
Exactly.
But it's more than just, like, daydreaming, right?
Right. It's not just about fantasy.
Yeah.
It's about putting those dreams on paper.
Mm-hmm.
It clarifies what you truly desire.
Okay.
It helps you to focus your actions. And there's even, a psychological effect
Really?
where it makes you more likely to achieve those dreams.
Wow. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
I need to try this.
It's like a roadmap
Right.
for your success.
Okay, so we've got our dreams down on paper, but now how do we make those happen?
Yeah. How do you go from dream to reality?
Right, and that's where Tracy talks about this idea of, like, finding the intersection of what you love and what you excel at.
Yeah. Doing what you love and becoming excellent at it.
Mm-hmm. It's like where your passion and mastery meet.
Yeah. He's a firm believer that authentic success comes from finding that sweet spot where your talents and passions align.
Okay, so don't just be good.
No.
Aim to be, like,
Yeah.
top 10% in your field.
Top 10%. Yeah.
So how do we figure out what that is, what our sweet spot is?
That's a good question.
Maybe think back to what you loved doing as a child.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, were there any, like, early signs?
Mm-hmm.
Were there any clues there about, like, your natural talents or your interests?
Yeah. Those passions from your younger years could hold the key to unlocking your future success.
I love that. I'm going to have to think about that.
Yeah.
What I was obsessed with as a kid.
It could be telling.
Right.
So Tracy also talks about developing what he calls a self-employed mindset,
Okay, what's that?
even if you're not actually,
Running your own business.
running your own business, right?
Yeah.
So even if you're working a traditional 9-to-5 job,
Mm-hmm.
it's about taking ownership, responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
demonstrating initiative, and viewing the company's success as your own.
Okay, so it's like thinking like an owner,
Exactly.
even if you're not.
And this shift in perspective can unlock incredible opportunities,
Yeah, I can see that.
whether you're an entrepreneur or climbing the corporate ladder.
Yeah, my friend Sarah, she was working in marketing for
Yeah.
a tech company, and she always had, like, these amazing, innovative ideas, and she just, like, she went above and beyond in her role, and guess what? She ended up getting promoted to, like, a leadership position,
Well, that's great.
and now she heads her own department.
That's a perfect example
Yeah.
of the power of that self-employed mindset.
Yeah, totally.
It's about going the extra mile, thinking like an owner, and ultimately creating your own success.
All right, so now get ready for this. Tracy's next point might ruffle a few feathers.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
He's a big advocate for what he calls a workaholic mentality.
Ooh, workaholic mentality.
Yeah, especially in the early stages of building wealth.
I see. So this is where things get a little...
Yeah, a little controversial, maybe.
Controversial, yeah.
But it's important to understand the context.
Okay.
He's not glorifying burnout.
Right.
Or pushing like a culture of overwork.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that from him.
He's emphasizing the importance of strategic hard work.
Okay.
Especially when you're first starting out. It's about like outworking and outsmarting the competition.
So it's not just about the hours you put in.
Right.
It's about making those hours count.
Exactly. So it's not just about clocking in long hours.
Right.
It's about focusing on those tasks that truly move the needle.
Yeah.
And making every minute count.
So maximizing your productivity.
Yeah, absolutely.
And working strategically.
Okay. And speaking of energy and strategy, Tracy is a big believer in the power of your network.
Oh, yes. Your network is so important.
He stresses the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people.
He calls it getting around the right people.
Yes.
It's about surrounding yourself with positive, successful individuals who inspire you, challenge you, lift you up.
Yeah, like mentors.
Mentors.
Mastermind groups.
Mastermind groups.
As supportive communities.
Absolutely. Those connections can make such a huge difference.
Yeah, I think about when I joined a writing group.
Oh, yeah.
And, oh my gosh, the feedback and the support and the encouragement that I got from my fellow writers, it just like helped me grow so much.
That's a perfect example of the power of that supportive network.
Yeah, totally.
It can really fast track your growth and give you invaluable insights and connections.
And let's face it.
What's that?
The road to success isn't always smooth sailing.
No, it's definitely not a straight line.
Right. There are going to be bumps along the way.
Exactly.
There are going to be challenges.
Life is more like a roller coaster
Yeah, definitely.
than a smooth highway.
Okay, so Tracy emphasizes the importance of resilience.
Resilience.
Which is that ability to bounce back from those setbacks.
Right, and to view them as opportunities for learning and growth.
So how can we develop that resilience?
Well, one thing to understand is that both personal and professional growth, they kind of operate in these cycles.
Okay.
There will be peaks and valleys.
Okay.
It's like, it's not a straight line up.
Right.
There are these ups and downs. And the key is to learn from those downturns.
Okay.
Adjust your strategies.
Right.
And never give up.
Okay, so it's all about developing mental toughness.
Yeah, mental toughness.
Like perseverance.
Perseverance, yeah.
To get through those tough times.
Exactly.
Okay, I love that. Now let's talk about this next point because it's one of my favorites.
Okay, let's hear it.
Tracy talks about becoming an unshakable optimist.
Yes, one of my favorites too.
It's like choosing to see the good in every situation and never, ever giving up on your goals.
Absolutely.
Because optimists are more likely to learn, to try new things, and to persist through those difficulties.
They have that inner drive.
Yeah. It reminds me of this quote by Winston Churchill.
Ooh, I love Winston Churchill quotes.
It's so good. He said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts."
So powerful.
Right.
Yeah, it really captures the essence of what Tracy is saying.
Totally. And speaking of powerful, Tracy highlights this, crucial quality that underpins all the others.
Okay, I'm ready.
Self-discipline.
Self-discipline, the secret sauce.
Yes. It's the master key to success.
It's the ability to, make yourself do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
Even when you don't feel like it.
Yeah.
It's where the magic happens.
And every act of self-discipline strengthens your willpower and brings you closer to your goals.
It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets.
Okay, so
to recap what we've learned so far from Brian Tracy about the secrets of self-made millionaires. It's embracing the law of cause and effect, daring to dream big and writing down those dreams, discovering that sweet spot where your passions and skills intersect.
Yes.
Cultivating a self-employed mindset. Working diligently and strategically, surrounding yourself with a supportive and inspiring network,
yes,
developing resilience and bouncing back from setbacks, becoming an unshakable optimist,
love it,
and mastering the art of self-discipline as the key to unlocking your full potential.
Wow, that's quite a roadmap to success.
It is, right?
It is. It's amazing.
And there's even more.
There's more.
Brian Tracy delves deeper into like specific strategies for achieving those millionaire goals.
All right, I'm ready.
And he's a big believer in the power of asking yourself the right questions.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What kind of questions are we talking about?
Yeah, it's like having this master plan laid out for you.
A blueprint.
Yeah, a blueprint.
Okay, so what kind of questions are we talking about here?
So he suggests this really powerful exercise. Write down like 10 goals that you want to achieve in the next year.
Okay, I like that. Write it down.
Yeah, get them out of your head and onto paper.
Okay.
And then ask yourself this question. If I could only accomplish one of these goals in the next 24 hours,
okay,
which one would have the greatest positive impact on my life?
Ooh, that's good. It's like really forces you to prioritize.
Prioritize, yeah.
Okay, I like that.
And then he takes it a step further.
Okay.
And he says, once you've identified that most important goal, write it down in the form of a question.
Okay.
So, for example, you might ask yourself, what steps can I take to double my income in the next 12 months?
Okay.
And then he gives you this challenge.
Okay.
Brainstorm at least 20 answers to that question.
Whoa, 20.
20.
Okay.
So, those first few answers are going to come pretty easily.
Okay.
But as you push yourself to come up with more, that's when you really start to tap into that deeper level of thinking.
Okay, so it's about pushing past.
Pushing past, yeah.
Like the obvious answers.
Yeah, and getting to those, like, aha moments.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, those breakthrough ideas.
Who knows? Maybe that 20th answer
Maybe.
is the one that changes everything?
Could be, yeah.
Okay, so it's not just about...
It's not enough to just, like, set the goals.
Right.
You got to think about, how am I going to achieve them?
Yeah, and get creative with it.
Yeah, get creative.
Oh, okay. I like that.
And he emphasizes, don't just sit on those ideas.
Right.
Take action.
Yeah.
Take action on at least one of them right away.
So don't wait for the perfect moment.
Yeah.
Just start taking action.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's all about the momentum.
Yeah, get the ball rolling.
Keep moving forward.
All right, I like that.
And speaking of moving forward, this one's interesting.
Okay.
He says, you have to refuse to even entertain the possibility of failure.
Whoa. Okay, so...
That's a bold statement.
It is a bold statement.
Right.
But don't we all, face setbacks? We all face...
Of course there are going to be setbacks.
Right. So how can you just ignore that?
Well, I think what he's getting at is that it's our perception of those setbacks that really matters.
Okay.
He wants us to view those setbacks not as failures, but as valuable feedback.
So it's like,
what can I learn from this?
Yeah, what's the lesson here?
Exactly. How can I grow from this?
Yeah, okay.
And he even goes so far as to say that, often self-made millionaires, they find that their greatest challenges ultimately become their most valuable gifts.
Because it forced them to, think differently or to come up with a new solution.
To be more resourceful, to be more creative.
Exactly. Okay, that's really powerful.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so how do we cultivate that ability to bounce back, that resilience?
Well, he recommends a technique called mental rehearsal.
What's that?
So it's basically like mentally preparing for those inevitable downturns before they even happen.
Okay.
So imagine yourself facing a challenge and then visualize yourself responding calmly, confidently, proactively.
So you're running through the scenario in your head.
Exactly. You're creating a mental script for how you want to handle those tough situations.
So it's like we're giving ourselves this mental workout.
Yeah, mental workout.
For resilience.
For resilience.
Okay, I love that.
And then that way, when we face those challenges in real life, we're more prepared.
More prepared.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, speaking of getting ready for those challenges, Tracy talks about 2 types of courage that are essential for success.
Oh, yeah, the 2 types of courage.
Okay, remind me what those are.
Okay, so the first one is the courage to begin.
Okay.
So that's that willingness to take risks.
To launch new ventures, to pursue your dreams, even when there are no guarantees of success.
There's that leap of faith.
It is a leap of faith.
Okay.
And then the second type of courage is the courage to endure.
Okay.
So that's that ability to persevere through those challenges, through the setbacks, the failures. It's that unwavering determination to keep going even when things get tough.
So it's both of those types of courage are fueled by this persistence.
Persistence, yeah.
Okay.
Which she sees as self-discipline in action.
I love
It's
it.
like a cycle, right?
Yeah.
It feeds on itself.
Okay, so how do we keep, like, feeding that cycle, keep that momentum going?
Well, this is another important point that he makes.
Okay.
Lifelong learning.
Oh, yeah.
He's a big believer in constantly expanding your knowledge and skills,
Okay.
especially in today's world where everything is changing so rapidly.
It's so true. It's like you can't just learn something and then
you're done.
gross.
Yeah, you got to keep learning.
So, okay, so how do we do that? What does he suggest?
Well, he recommends, setting aside at least 30 to 60 minutes each day
Okay.
for reading in your field, taking courses, attending seminars, leveraging, audio programs. Podcasts, exactly. Imagine, like, your daily commute could become, like, going to a university.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's so cool, right?
Okay, well, that.
You're just, like, soaking up knowledge.
Yeah, like a sponge.
Yeah. And he says that lifelong learning not only expands your knowledge and skills, but it also boosts your self-esteem and confidence.
Oh, interesting.
Because you're constantly investing in yourself. You're signaling to your subconscious mind that you're committed to growth.
Right, like you have a bright future ahead of you.
Exactly.
Okay, so to recap everything we've learned from Brian Tracy about the secrets of self-made millionaires.
Let's do it.
All right, we've got embracing the law of cause and effect, daring to dream big, and writing down those dreams. Finding that sweet spot between your passion and your mastery. Cultivating a self-employed mindset.
Yes.
Working hard and smart. Embracing that 40-plus formula.
40-plus.
Surrounding yourself with the right people. Developing resilience and bouncing back from setbacks. Becoming an unshakable optimist. And mastering self-discipline as the key to achieving anything you set your mind to.
It's a powerful combination of mindset, habits, and strategies that can empower you to achieve amazing results.
It's amazing, right? And like anybody can do this.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what stood out to you from like all of Brian Tracy's insights?
Oh, man, so many things.
Yeah.
But I think, the one that really sticks with me is that idea of like refusing to entertain the possibility of failure.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so powerful.
What about you? What stood out to you? Oh, for me, I think it's the self-discipline piece.
Yeah.
Because it's so true, like...
The foundation.
Yeah, if you don't have that, then like...
The other stuff doesn't really matter.
Nothing else matters. It all falls apart.
It's the key.
Okay, so we've uncovered a treasure trove of wisdom from Brian Tracy so far.
It's amazing, right?
It really is.
So much good stuff.
Okay, so we've talked about the importance of, mindset and habits and strategies. It's all starting to like, come together.
It's all connected.
But where do we go from here?
Yeah. How do we put it into practice?
Right. How do we actually put all these pieces into action and start making those millionaire moves?
Well, that is the million-dollar question.
It is.
And luckily, Tracy gives us a lot of practical advice.
Okay, good. So he doesn't just leave us hanging.
No. He gives us like step-by-step guidance.
Okay, so let's dive into those like specifics.
All right, let's do it.
What are some of the actionable steps that he recommends?
Okay, so first and foremost, he emphasizes that we need to like crystallize our goals.
Okay.
It's not enough to just have a vague idea of what we want. We need to get really specific.
So we're talking about like SMART goals, right?
Exactly. SMART goals.
Specific,
measurable,
achievable,
relevant, and
time-bound.
Time-bound. Yep, he covers all of that.
Okay, cool.
But then he takes it a step further.
Okay.
And he encourages us to actually write down our goals in vivid detail.
Okay.
Like, use the present tense as if you've already achieved it.
Oh, I like that.
Right.
So you're tricking your brain a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
But it helps you visualize. And internalize those goals.
Exactly. You start to feel it.
It makes them feel more real.
More real, more attainable.
Okay, so it's like you're creating this mental blueprint for success.
That's a great way to put it, yeah.
But what about those times when we feel like overwhelmed or stuck?
Yeah, those times happen.
They definitely happen.
To all of us.
Yeah, so how do we maintain that momentum,
Right.
And not get bogged down by those challenges?
Well, I think that's where Tracy's emphasis on self-discipline comes in again.
Yeah, the master key.
The master key, right.
It's so important.
It's that ability to stay focused, to push through the resistance, to keep moving forward even when you don't feel like it.
So much easier said than done.
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely not easy.
So, like, what are some, tips?
Yeah, what are some practical things we can do?
Yeah, because we all have those days when the motivation is just not there.
Oh, go ahead.
And, The distractions are everywhere.
Everywhere.
How do we stay disciplined, especially when the going gets tough?
Okay, well, Tracy suggests, like, starting small.
Okay.
You don't have to change everything overnight.
Right. So like baby steps.
Baby steps.
Okay.
It's about making incremental changes and then building on those successes.
So it's like beating a muscle.
Yeah, building on it.
You start with small weights.
Right.
And gradually increase the intensity.
And over time, you get stronger.
Exactly. Okay, and just like with physical training.
Yeah, consistency is key.
Absolutely. Consistency is everything.
So Tracy recommends, like, establishing a daily routine.
Oh, yeah. Routine is so important.
That supports your goals,
right? It could be like waking up earlier, dedicating a specific time for focused work.
Okay.
Eliminating distractions.
So it's about, like, creating structure.
Structure, accountability in your life.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Okay. And I imagine having that clear vision of your goals, like we talked about before.
Yeah, that vision board.
Yeah.
Or just having it written down.
Helps you stay on track.
Oh, absolutely. And Tracy is also a big believer in the power of visualization.
Oh, yeah.
So regularly picture yourself achieving your goals, experiencing those successes.
Okay.
Enjoying the rewards of your efforts.
It's like creating a mental movie.
Yeah, mental movie.
Your desired future.
Exactly. And when you replay that movie in your mind, you're basically reinforcing those goals.
Yeah, you're telling your brain.
And strengthening your belief in your ability to achieve them.
I can do this.
Exactly. It's all about feeding your subconscious mind with those positive images and empowering beliefs.
And when we combine that with, like, consistent action, that's when the magic happens.
That's where the results come from.
Okay, I love that. So we've got clear goals.
Yep.
A solid routine, a strong belief in ourselves.
We're on our way.
What else can we do to, like,
to really maximize
our chances of success?
Well, Tracy talks a lot about the importance of your network.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that before.
Remember, get around the right people.
Right.
It's so crucial.
It is.
So build relationships with those supportive, inspiring individuals.
Yeah, who challenge you to grow.
Exactly. And seek out those mentors who have already achieved what you aspire to.
It's like having a guide or roadmap.
Yeah, they've been there.
Okay.
They can give you that, insider knowledge.
I like that. And what about mastermind groups?
Oh, mastermind groups are amazing.
Yeah, why are those so powerful?
Well, it's a space where you can, share ideas, challenges, solutions with like-minded people.
So it's like a built-in support system.
Yeah, built-in support.
It's a brainstorming powerhouse.
It's like a think tank.
I love it. And I feel like it keeps you motivated, too.
Yeah. The energy is contagious.
Yeah. When you're surrounded by other people who are also striving for those goals.
You feed off each other's energy.
Totally. Okay, so we've talked about like mindset, habits, strategies, the importance of our network.
Yep.
But let's be real, the road to success is not always smooth sailing.
No, it's definitely not.
We're going to hit those bumps in the road.
Bumps, detours, roadblocks.
So how do we navigate those? How do we develop that resilience, that ability to bounce back?
Well, Tracy talks about this idea of, like, understanding the cycles of business and personal growth.
Okay.
It's not linear.
Right.
There are going to be times of momentum, of progress, and then there are going to be times of setbacks and challenges.
Right. So it's like those waves.
Yeah, the waves crashing on the shore.
That ebb and flow.
Ebb and flow. There's a rhythm to it.
Okay. So we just have to ride the wave.
Exactly. Ride the waves.
And not get discouraged when we're in a low point.
And remember,
it's
not a failure. It's just feedback.
Right. So reframe that perspective.
Reframe it.
See it as a stepping stone.
A stepping stone, yeah.
So Tracy recommends this technique he calls mental rehearsal.
Oh, yeah. Mental rehearsal is powerful.
Okay, so what is that?
So basically, you're mentally preparing for those challenges before they even happen.
So, like, we're creating a mental script for how we'll respond.
Exactly. You're imagining yourself facing a challenge.
Okay.
And then you visualize yourself responding calmly, confidently, proactively.
So it's like a mental workout for dealing with adversity.
Yeah, a mental workout.
Okay, so we're training our minds to stay focused. Positive. And solution-oriented.
Absolutely, no matter what comes our way.
Okay, and that ties into the two types of courage that Tracy talks about.
Yes. The courage to begin.
Yes.
And the courage to endure.
So important. Remind me what those are again.
All right, so the courage to begin is that willingness to step outside your comfort zone, take risks, pursue your dreams, even when there are no guarantees.
That leap of faith.
That leap of faith.
Okay, and then the courage to endure.
That's the ability to persevere through the challenges, the setbacks, even the failures.
It's like that grit.
Yeah, that grit, that determination to keep going no matter what.
Okay, so both of those types of courage are fueled by persistence.
Yeah, persistence.
Which, again, is like self-discipline in action.
Self-discipline, it all comes back to that.
It does.
It's like a thread that runs through all of this.
Totally. Okay, so we've got to keep feeding that cycle.
Keep the momentum going.
Okay, how do we do that?
Lifelong learning.
Oh, yes, back to that.
Yeah, it's crucial, constantly expanding our knowledge and skills.
Okay.
In today's world, you can't afford to stand still.
It's so true.
So read books, articles, take courses, attend seminars, listen to podcasts.
Like this one.
Like this one, exactly. And don't forget about the power of observation.
Oh, yeah.
Learn from the people who are already successful in your field.
It's like become a student of success.
Yeah. Be a student of success, always be learning.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive into Brian Tracy's wisdom.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey.
It has. It's been amazing.
So many nuggets of wisdom.
So what stood out to you? What resonated with you the most?
I think for me, it's that combination of self-discipline and unshakable optimism.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you can master those two things,
powerful combination.
I think you can achieve anything.
What about you? What stood out to you?